Good morning, students. I hope you all are in good health. I am your English teacher from Shri Guru Har Krishan Senior Secondary Public School, GT Road, Amritsar. Today we will start our first lesson, A Letter to God. It is from the book First Flight. This lesson is written by G.L. Fuentes. This story revolves around Lencho, who is the main character of the story. But before starting the chapter, I would like to ask some questions from you. So, my first question is: do you believe in the existence of God? Can we communicate with God in any way? Have you ever thought of writing a letter to God? So we will start the story now. First of all, I would like to give you introduction of this chapter. It is a story. This story, A Letter to God, which is written by G.L. Fuentes, it revolves around the idea of having unquestionable belief in God. And the story is set in a Latin American country. Lencho, who is the farmer and the protagonist of the story, writes a letter to God and seeking help from the Almighty after discovering his entire crop yield destroyed by a devastating hailstorm. Although his wishes get fulfilled partially, but if not completely, he is ungrateful in the end and questions the honesty and modesty of the postmaster and who actually helped him with money in the name of God. So, I'm going to start the chapter. They say faith can move mountains, but what should we put our faith in? This is the question this story delicately poses. As I have informed you, Lencho is the main character of the story. He is a farmer who writes a letter to God when his crops are ruined and he is asking for 100 pesos. Pesos is currency of Latin America. Does Lencho's letter reach God? And does God send him the money? Think what your answers to these questions would be and guess how the story continues before you begin to read it. So, I'm going to give you line to line explanation of the story which starts from page number 3. The house, the only one in the entire valley, sat on the crest of a low hill. So, Lencho the farmer, he lived on the only house that was on the top of a hill. Crest means top of a hill. From this height, one could see the river and the field of ripe corn dotted. Dotted means full of, with the flowers that always promised a good harvest. So, the hill was low heighted, and from there a river and a ready to harvest corn's fields were visible. And the only thing the earth needed was a downpour, at least a shower. Throughout the morning, Lencho, who knew his field intimately means closely, had done nothing else but see the sky towards the northeast. So the only thing he awaited was rainfall. In this hope, he spent an entire morning gazing at the sky in the northeast direction from where a drizzle was expected to shower on his field. Now, we are really going to get some water woman. So, here he's talking to his wife. So, he said, now we are going to, he's very confident that this year they are going to get rain. The woman who was preparing supper means food for the family, replied, yes, God willing. It is the will of God. The older boys were working in the field while the smaller ones were playing near the house until the woman called to them all, come for dinner. So the older boys means their children, they were working in the field, and the smaller ones, they were playing near the house. And the woman, wife of Lencho, called them and come for dinner. It was during the meal that, just as Lencho had predicted, big drops of rain began to fall. So what he has predicted earlier, what he has expected earlier, that big drops of rain started. In the northeast, huge mountains of clouds could be seen approaching. So, from the northeast, he could see that the clouds are approaching very near, so it will be followed by rain. The air was fresh and sweet. The air was very refreshing for him and for his family. The man went out for no other reason than to have the pleasure of feeling the rain on his body. So he was very happy to feel the rain on his body. And when he returned, he exclaimed, he was very happy. These are not raindrops falling from the sky, they are new coins. So here he says that these raindrops which are falling from the sky, they are new coins for him because they will bring him that wealth for his family. The big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are fives. So he is comparing the raindrops with the coins. He is saying the big drops are 10-cent pieces and the little ones are fives. So with a satisfied expression, he regarded the field of ripe corn with its flowers. Draped means covered in a curtain of rain, but suddenly a strong wind began to blow, and along with the rain, very large hailstones began to fall. So what happened? Initially, he was very satisfied and very happy when he, feel the rain, but later on, what he has seen that the rain followed by the hailstones, and these truly did resemble new silver coins. The boys, exposing themselves to the rain, ran out to collect the frozen pearls. So the boys are very happy and they are very excited to collect the frozen pearls. It's really getting bad now. The weather is bad now. Initially it was very good, but now it is going to destruct each and everything, the hailstone. Exclaimed the man. Man is here, Lencho. I hope it passes quickly. It didn't pass quickly. For an hour, the hail rained on the house and the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, on the whole valley. The field was white as if covered with salt. So, the hailstones, it destroyed everything. It destroyed the garden, the hillside, the cornfield, and the whole valley. And the whole field was covered with snow, and it looked like as if it covered with salt. Not a leaf remained on the trees. So the hailstorm, it destroyed each and everything, and not even a leaf remained on the tree. And the corn was totally destroyed. His corn was totally destroyed. The flowers were gone from the plants, and there were no flowers now on the plants. Lencho's soul filled with sadness. Now he became very sad. When the storm had passed, he stood in the middle of the field and said to his sons, a plague of locusts would have left more than this. So he said, these hailstones destroyed each and everything. And locusts here is insect which fly in the big swarms and destroy crops. So he said maybe the plague of locust can save my field, but now it destroyed each and everything. This hail has left nothing. So the hail has left nothing for him. This year we will have no corn. So he said, if we have no corn, we don't get any food. That night was a sorrowful one, not for the Lencho, but for the whole family. All our work for nothing. So they worked very hard. They worked throughout the year to get the corns and to get the wealth, but it is nothing for them now. There is no one who can help us. We will all go hungry this year. So Lencho said ki we will go hungry this year. Now there are some oral comprehension check questions. What did Lencho hope for? He hoped for rain. Why did Lencho say the raindrops were like new coins? Because, why did he say this? Because he compared the raindrops with the new coins. He knows that he'll get the good corn and then he will sell that in the market and he will get the good money for that. How did the rain change? Rain changed into hailstorm. And what happened to Lencho's field? It completely destroyed. What were Lencho's feeling when the hail stopped? He felt very sad. But in the hearts of all who lived in that solitary means lonely, house in the middle of the valley, there was a single hope, help from God. Now, initially they were very sad and they thought that there is no hope for them, but now he hoped from the helper that he want to take help from God. Don't be so upset, even though this seems like a total loss. Remember, no one dies of hunger. That's what they say, no one dies of hunger. So they are consoling each other, Lencho and his family, they are consoling each other. Remember that no one dies of hunger. All through the night, Lencho thought only of his one hope, the help of God. So it shows that he has an unshaking faith in God. So he want to take help from God only, not from the human beings, whose eyes, as he had been instructed, see everything, even what is deep in one's conscience. So he knows that God knows us, and he knows that we are I know that God will always help me. Lencho was an ox of a man. Ox of a man means he is a very hard working person and working like an animal in the fields. So he used to work in the fields, and but still he knew how to write. But he's an educated person. You must have seen that there are some persons, those who work from day to night, but they are not educated. But Lencho was an educated person. He knows how to write, and what he decided? He decided to write a letter to God. The following Sunday at daybreak, he began to write a letter which he himself would carry to town and place in the mailbox. And he began to write a letter to God, and it was nothing less than a letter to God. And he's actually writing a letter to God, he wrote. And what he has written in the letter? God, if you don't help me, my family and I will go hungry this year. So he said, if you don't help me, God, my family and me, we are going to be hungry this year. I need 100 pesos in order to sow my field again and to live until the crop comes, because the hailstorm had destroyed each and everything. So he demanded for 100 pesos in order to sow his field again and to live until his crops come again. He wrote to God on the envelope. So what he has written on the envelope? To God. Put the letter inside, and still troubled went to the town. So he is still troubled, but he went to the town to post the letter. At the post office, he placed a stamp on the letter and dropped into the mailbox. So he put that letter, he put a stamp, placed a stamp on the letter, and he dropped it into the mailbox. So one of the employees, who was a postman and also helped at the post office, went to his boss laughing heartily and showed him the letter to God. So when the postman, who took out all the letters, and he saw that a letter where the name of God is written, so he became he became very surprised and laughed also, and he took this letter to his postmaster. Never in his career a postman had he known that address. So as a postman, he did not know the address where he has give that letter to God. The postmaster, a fat, amiable means very friendly and pleasant. So the postmaster, he is very fat and a good person and a very friendly fellow, also broke out laughing, but almost immediately he turned serious and tapping the letter on his desk. Initially he also made fun of the letter, but later on he became serious and he sat on his desk and commented, what faith. Then he realized that this person who has written a letter to God, he has an unshaken faith in God. I wish I had the faith of the man who wrote this letter, starting up a correspondence with God. So he wanted to write a letter to him. So in order not to shake the writer's faith in God, the postmaster came up with an idea. So he has an idea in his mind, answer the letter. He wanted to answer the letter. But when he opened it, it was evident. Evident means very clear, sure, that to answer it he needed something more than goodwill, ink and paper. So when he opened the letter, and it was very clear that, and he needed something more than goodwill, like he wanted ink and paper also, but he stuck to his resolution, and he asked for money from his employees. He knows that if he want to help Lencho, so he wanted money, as Lencho has demanded for 100 pesos. He himself gave part of his salary. So half of the salary he has given, and several friends of his were obliged to give something for an act of charity. So he took the help from his friends also, that they should also give some part of their salary as an act of charity. It was impossible for him to gather together the 100 pesos. It was not possible for him to gather 100 pesos, so he was able to send the farmer only a little more than half. So it means that he sent only 70 pesos. He put the money in an envelope addressed to Lencho and with a letter containing only a single word as a signature, God. And he put the money in the envelope, and what he has written, he did not write anything in the letter, he just write a word, God. There are some oral comprehension check questions. Who or what did Lencho have faith in? He had faith in God, and what did he do? He write a letter to God. Who read the letter? First of all, postman read the letter, and then the postmaster. What did the postmaster do then? So he collected the money, he gave a half part of his salary, and he took help from his friends, the post office employees. The following Sunday, Lencho came a bit earlier than usual to ask if there was a letter for him, and the next Sunday, Lencho came to the post office to ask whether a letter has come for him or not. It was the postman himself who handed the letter to him, while the postmaster, experiencing the contentment means satisfaction of a man who has performed a good deed, looked on from his office. So the postman handed a letter to the Lencho, and the postmaster who was in his office, and he felt very satisfied because he has done a good deed. So he was watching Lencho from his office. Lencho showed not the slightest surprise on seeing the money. Such was his confidence. So he did not show any kind of surprise, because he was very sure that God will help him. But he became angry when he counted the money. He became very angry when he counted the money. God could not have made a mistake, nor could he have denied Lencho what he had requested. So he said, God could not do this thing for me. He could not do a mistake. And what he had requested, God will surely help him. Immediately, Lencho went up to the window to ask for paper and ink. So he again came to the window to ask for paper and ink. On the public writing table, he started to write with much wrinkling of his brow, caused by the effort he had to make to express his ideas. So he's again writing a letter to God, and he's expressing his ideas. When he finished, he went to the window to buy a stamp, which he licked and then affixed to the envelope with a blow of his fist. So he again came to take the stamp. The moment the letter fell into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open it. So when he put that letter into the mailbox, the postmaster went to open the letter, and it said, what he has written, God. Of the money that I asked for, only 70 pesos reached me. So he said, God, I got only 70 pesos. I demanded for 100 pesos. Send me the rest. So he said, send me the rest of the money, since I need it very much. I need it. But don't send it to me through the mail, because the post office employees are a bunch of crooks. And at the end he has written Lencho. Crooks means cheaters. So he said, kindly don't send the money to me through the mailbox, as the post office employees are bunch of cheaters. They are cheaters. So he thought that the post office employees, they have taken my money. So what does it shows? That no doubt postmaster and the post office employees, they have helped him, but Lencho has faith in God. So he thought that the post office employees have taken his rest of the money. So, what does the message we get from the story? The message conveyed through this interesting story is that while faith is one's spiritual need, one should be realistic and rational. Unquestioning and irrational faith like Lenchos can make such people highly vulnerable. So, in the story, comic end is achieved due to the good intention of the post office employees, and however, the situation could have been totally different if the letter has been found by a bunch of crooks who may have exploited Lencho's gullibility to their advantage. So I hope the story is clear to everyone. There are some oral comprehension check questions also that we will discuss. Was Lencho surprised to find a letter for him with money in it? No, he was not surprised. What made him angry? When he saw the 70 pesos instead of 100. So I hope the story is clear to everyone. Thank you.